Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. Let's see how we... Oh, I just stood on something. Fuck, what was that? I just stood on... Oh, it was a stone? Fuck, I hate that. Sorry, folks, about the distraction. Anyway, let's see how we go with this piece. I really hate that. Fuck, I hate stones. I get them in my shoes, not that size, but I do get small ones in my shoes, and I call them kick-arounds because they kick around inside your shoe as you walk. And they're such a fucking pain in the ass when they get in there, and you know you fucking have to sit down and take your shoe off, and then you get another one later on. They're fucking annoying. They call them kick-arounds because they just kick around inside your shoe. They're fucking annoying. Here's some dogs barking, or a dog, maybe. I actually think some yellow could come out, maybe, because this has got a lot of, like a yellow tint, like it's old. Anyway, let's see what we have. Did I take out the black? Did I leave the black in the picture? Yeah, I did. I did take it. Didn't take out the black. I bumped it up. I'm just going to take out the black for this. Anyway, let's see what we have. We have here I think it's a bag, a handbag holder that you put it on. You hang your handbag like this off the edge of the table. But basically, yeah, good way to leave your handbag behind. I'd rather keep my handbag in. I like to keep my baggage on my person. I don't like hanging it off the edge of a table because I'd end up forgetting it and leaving all my stuff behind, and I'm not the kind of person. I have a really bad problem with my memory. I had a cord around my neck and I came out feet first, so that's given me a partial intellectual disability that strangely enough has gone undiagnosed. I'm really smart. I could have been a scientist for all I know if I wasn't for this problem at birth. And that looks really quite interesting. It looks a bit shithouse without the black. Do wonder what we're going to do with this. I do like the green. I think I've angled it too much. I might have to angle it a bit less. But I'm really missing a lost partner, folks. I really miss him. His name is Luigi, and I really miss him to pieces, folks. And I'm trying to get this material on the 6 o'clock news to showcase, not just trying to get in touch with this person, but to showcase what I can do, not what I can't do, not what the disability says I can't do. I don't want to be defined by what I can't do, but I want to be defined by what I'm talented at, what I'm really, really, really good at, not fucking what the disability dictates. And it's really difficult trying to get this material to go to air on the 6 o'clock news, to get this in touch with this person, Luigi. I don't have much money. I'm not rich, and it's really costing me a lot of money, this campaign. I just finished paying off a bill extension for my telco. Now that looks shit house. The blue really has made it look dark. So I've just finished paying off a telco bill that was overdue, and I just can't afford to keep running myself into arrears like that. And it's not fun. It's not an easy thing to deal with, dealing with bills. Just because I'm disabled doesn't make it that I can do that, get away with it. So I'm just wondering if I could just But basically I just hate getting into arrears, and I forgot to set the colour, the exposure lighter. But basically I don't want to be defined by what I can't do, because what I can't do is really irrelevant when it comes to living. I want to live a life where I feel rewarded, where I feel validated, and I don't feel rewarded or validated when my disability is what is determining my life. I can't work in a normal job, so I can't earn much money. I rely on Centrelink, which is what Australia has, and I really don't want to be a burden on the taxpayer. I've got so much more to offer than being a burden on the taxpayer. So it's really difficult dealing with this disability and the ramifications of it, and it really is something I really wish I could rise above, and I really wish I didn't have to take it into consideration. And if it would be such a wonderful honour that if I can get this stuff to go to air on the 6 o'clock news, I would be so fucking... I know the language, so folks, is really gross that I talk. I just find I get stressed easily, and I feel the need to use such profanities in my language, in my vocabulary. I just get so frustrated, folks. Just understand that. I do feel a sense of frustration with my incapacity, and that the news channels don't seem to be caring about that. I just want my stuff to go to air, folks. And this is looking shit house. I did blow that off the page. I don't know which way that is. I think it's this way, so I need to maybe move it along a bit. But basically I get really frustrated with myself, and I get frustrated with the way the news channels don't seem to have any care about what goes up. I'm just going to try and but I really get lonely without Luigi, and it really hurts to be away from him. So I'm trying to get this stuff up there to find him. I don't know how this is going to look. This looks better. It looks a lot better now. This is the first version, and this is the second version. But I really get lonely away from my partner, and I really need to get in touch, and it really hurts to be so far away, not being able to get in touch with the one that I love. Really hurts. Really is a difficult situation I found myself in, because when I was young I had opportunities, including to marry Luigi, and I did not allow it to happen. Wondering why, which way we're going to push it. And I really miss him. I really miss my partner, and I really need to find him instead of being left on my own. I find the loneliness gets to me, folks. It's grinding me up into pieces. I don't want anyone else in my life. I just want him, folks. I really need him. I'm not interested in some other person, and I think I fucked this up. I think I fucked it up again. But I really need to get in touch, and I need to find where he is. Otherwise I will die of a broken heart. And that is all I can do, is to die of a broken heart, is to die not knowing him, not being with him. Now I'm just slipped it out of the way. I really miss him and I really need to get in touch. I just wish I could. I just don't know which way this piece of paper has got to go. My memory's really bad. Sometimes the disability does affect my performance here, but I usually find a way out because my memory is really bad and all that. And that looks really quite interesting. I do wonder where the top of this is. I think this is the top. I've forgotten, folks. I think this is the bottom. But I really miss him and I really need to get in touch. And it really, really hurts to be away from my partner. It really does. It really hurts. I really need to find where Luigi is. I know the news channels couldn't give a flying fuck about me. They couldn't give a fuck if I lived or died. They can't, folks. They don't seem to care about me or anyone like me who needs help. I know they like to behave like they are giving help to people. They do help certain people, but they don't help others. I do wonder if I can enlarge that off the edge there, if I've got it in the right place. But I really miss Luigi and I really need to get in touch. So yeah, that looks really quite like it's on its way. So we've got the right position, we've got that there. We just have to maybe make it a little bit less. It's not going to be a real perfect, no, there's no such thing as perfect in this world, folks. You've got to acknowledge that perfect does not exist in this world. I don't like the way perfect is being bandied around, especially for commercials, for commercial use. That word, perfect. Perfect is not for this world, it's for the next, folks. If you believe in an afterlife, that's where perfect belongs. It doesn't belong here on earth, in the physical realm. So I get really annoyed when people constantly use the word perfect, especially to describe a commercial product or entity. And it just annoys the jack out of me, folks. I think that's the centre of the job. This is not as good as I was hoping it would be, but I knew it was going to be a difficult one, folks. But I really hate the use of the word perfect. I really hate it, folks. This is going to be a rather prolongated demo. I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I do think it's a bit too dark. The blue makes it nice and more red and nicer, but I do think it might need to be lightened up. But it looks quite interesting, I do think. I actually can see something else, folks. I could move it across and make this the centre of the job. Fuck it. It's a really difficult one, folks. This is a really difficult job I'm doing here. So I'm just going to line it up further back, and hopefully it'll come up looking good. Not perfect, folks. Perfect is not the word we use for anything in this world, including art. Even art isn't something you call perfect. You don't call it perfect, folks. I don't like the word perfect being used in such a banal concept. I think that's the word, banal, in such a banal manner. That looks interesting. Do you wonder if I can move it over a bit? I'm going to move it over. I think we've got it right now. So finally I've found a way out of this difficult creative problem of positioning. I'm getting shaky. I have had a couple of coffees this morning. I do like my caffeine, and sometimes it makes me shudder. Maybe I shouldn't drink too much caffeine, and I've moved this in the wrong direction. I like this part here. I don't know, folks. I really hate it when I don't get it right. I'm sure I did move it across. Which way are we going to move it? This way? But I really miss my partner Luigi, and I'm really trying to get in touch, and it really hurts. And it really is difficult for me to get this stuff to be shown an interest by the TV channels. And I've moved it in indeed the wrong direction, folks. I've done it wrong. So I'm just going to throw that back, and I'm going to hopefully get it right. I just thought it was going in the right direction that way. I think we had it up against this edge bit here, so we're just going to move it further across. Maybe I'm taking too much of a piece out of it. I want to display what I'm good at, folks. Not what I'm bad at. I don't want to be a person with a disability who lives in that capacity, that incapacity. I want to be shown to be a talented person outside of the realm of disability. I think we can enlarge it a bit across, or maybe not. I don't know, folks. This is getting to be a really long demo. I just hope it works out better than I expected. I do think I could have made this circular bit about there, but if I did, I'd probably end up cutting off some of that beautiful stuff at the in the inside. I don't know if this is going to look any good, folks. I'm having my fucking doubts. It can be like a bit of a gamble trying to do stuff like this, not knowing if it's going to actually work out, if all the investment of my time and resources and stuff is going to work out for the better. But I don't like making a disappointing one where I just make it a short demo but it's a shit product. And anyway, let's see how this goes. I don't know if this is any good, to be honest, folks. It's a tricky one. I've just nudged these out of place. Sorry folks, it's getting really long and really prolonged. This is one of those demos that I refer to as a prolongated demo. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting. I do like that centerpiece. It's not the greatest as I was hoping it would be. I think we can now call it quits.